Do you seek the validation of women? The answer obviously is yes, if you're watching this, or maybe you're curious about this, but in some way, shape, or form, all men seek the validation of women. At least we're born and bred to be like this. In the words of Jack Donovan, men are only competing for women because there's no other competition, there's no war. It is obvious that men actually seek the validation of women because that's how we feel like men in a way, right? I hate to admit it, but it's true. Even though it's completely superficial and shallow and pretty useless, because what are you competing for? A pair of boobs and an ass? I mean, there's nothing much to, I mean, women are cool and all, but like there's not much to compete for, right? And what price do you get? Anyway, I digress. And this is not a red pill segment. I'm talking about the validation we seek and how it actually can destroy us and destroy our potential. Because if we seek the validation of women, we'll be constantly chasing after them, constantly putting them at the forefront of our priorities in life. Everything we'll do will be for them. Obviously, subconsciously, we want to reproduce and all this stuff. And of course, the woman will be a drive. And it's okay. But as far as we are conscious of it, we can actually mitigate and actually let go a lot of it and actually put this energy somewhere else. Because, as I said, the pursuit of a woman's grace and a woman's validation, or woman's validation, woman's grace, because it's not only one woman. I mean, it can be, but talking about woman, generally speaking, you're going to change your personality, your hobbies, the way you speak, everything to satisfy them in a way, right? So therefore, you're not going to be your authentic self. And you're going to place so much energy as a needy man, as a nice guy, as Robert Glover would call it, into this pursuit of woman that you will end up not being yourself and being completely lost. And plus, the problem with seeking women's validation is not only does it not get you a lot of girls, but even if you get them, you'll see that the pursuit was pretty pointless and they will not offer much in return, because by placing them on such a high pedestal, they have no other choice but to disappoint you. Not because it's their fault, but because you have placed so much emphasis and placed so much anticipation on getting them and their validation that actually you realize at one point or another that it was not worth it. And that's why a lot of men become anti-woman, misogynistic. Because if you place women on a pedestal, because women are just human, they are as human as us, they are as mediocre as us. There's some good, there's some bad, and everything in between. When you place someone on a pedestal, they will disappoint you. And if you place someone on a pedestal, they will disappoint you because you have already seen them so high up in the sky that they will fall from grace. And that's how you end up hating them. But if you had seen them as just a human beings with good and bad qualities and everything in between, then you won't be disappointed so much, if at all. So what I'm trying to say is to not seek the validation of women. Validate yourself. You should put woman as a number one priority. Now it can be number 2, number 3, or maybe 3 and 4, but it should well be number 1. Number 1 should be you, what you want. And as soon as you can go inside and forsake this validation and seek your own validation, you're good to go. Because the absence of woman in life will not do much to you, because you'll be good by yourself. Then you can invite a woman. But to have woman on a pedestal and seek that validation, whether it's sexual gratification or just the validation of being attracted to them or handsome to them or liking you, that will drive you nuts. No pun intended. But anyway, do with it what you may. That's not the only segment of content I'm going to do on this, because I have a lot of share about this subject. I think it's a very important subject, but this is the first one. Thank you so much. Oh, at least one. First one. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and leave a review, and or leave a review if you listen to this via podcast.